Alright, since you guys had a huge request for this one, we are going to do it as always. If you like the content, make sure to subscribe down below. And yeah, let's get into it. I've said this in my last video when I put the RGX up against the Iron Phantom. I do think this is one of the best Phantom skins that we have in the game because of all the animations and visuals. I do like the RGX, but we are putting it up against what I think has to be the top 3 of Phantom skins. I kind of am a Protocol Phantom stan. I'm not gonna lie. I do love the Phantom skin. And now we talk about the best of the best here, right? Both of these Phantom skins are loaded with animations and features. The Protocol Phantom is priced at 2,475 Valorant points, and you know, the RGX Phantom priced at 2,175 Valorant points. So there's a slight difference, right? It's not too much, especially at that price point. I don't think people will mind that at all if they are going to buy one of these skins anyway. 300 Valorant points, I don't think is going to make that much of a difference. But let's actually start with the features and the animations as the first point of comparison. Now, both of these skins, again, all about animations. On the RGX, I've said this in the last video, it's loaded with, you know, RGB, essentially. It's an RGB machine. I do like the color change that is going on the weapon. Obviously, I like the reload animation, even though it's pretty subtle. It's nothing too special. It's nice. We have a kill counter, which I don't think many people mind at all because it's limited to per game kill counting and not necessarily throughout your entire career. But it's fine. It's an option that you can get, which is always nice. Overall, it's loaded again with animations. Protocol Phantom, I think the best thing about that is not necessarily the voice line. I mean, I do think it's a nice gimmick, but what I love about the Protocol Phantom as a feature or an animation, rather, is the pull-out animation. The pull-out animation for this weapon, I think, is the best one in the game. I will say, I do think this is way better than what we have on the RGX Phantom. As far as inspect animation goes, personal preference, both of them have their animations, right? On the RGX, again, the color change. On the Protocol, you get the voice lines if you have that enabled.
Your vital signs are adequate. Deviation from protocol will not be tolerated.
And also, you know, I just like the way the weapon, you know, transforms. I think that's also a pretty nice option here. But, you know, reload, I have to give it to Protocol. I think reload, again, also just for the fact that the weapon is transforming, makes it way better than what we have on the RGX. But I don't know, in general, and maybe that's just me, the Protocol, I love the design. I really do love the design. I think it's clean. It's not too plastered all over the place. I think it's pretty subtle for what it is. But the RGX Phantom, just, I don't know, it feels richer in terms of animations and features. Just the feel of the weapon, I think, is a bit nicer when it comes to variety than for what the Protocol is supposed to be, an Ultra skin. I think for an Ultra skin, it definitely doesn't give me the same feeling that an Elder Flame Vandal gives me, for example. So in that department, I do think the RGX might even be better when it comes down to what kind of features you have. I will say, though, the next point is the main reason why I do like the Protocol a bit more than the RGX Phantom, and that's the sound effect. I think the sound effect just straight up is better than the RGX. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Protocol Phantom definitely goes through as an aimbot machine, whereas the RGX Phantom, it's decent, nothing too special. It definitely doesn't go through as an aimbot machine, in my opinion. The colorways also look way better on RGX than they do on the Protocol, and just overall, right, if you ask me, I would personally go with the Protocol Phantom for one single reason, and that's the sound effect. Besides that, though, I do feel like almost everything else is better on the RGX. See, the problem with Protocol, I do think it is a great skin. I love the skin. But it is an Ultra skin. It definitely doesn't feel like an Elder Flame skin, though, in terms of just how much is going on for an Ultra skin. I do think RGX kind of, in a weird way, offers more than Protocol does. And if you think long term, I do think the RGX is going to be way more interesting, you know, down the line than I think the Protocol is going to be, just because you have like so much stuff going on with the RGX Phantom. I mean, the amount of colorway combinations that you can do with just the changing effects on the weapon, I think, is always great. It just doesn't get boring for the RGX skins, I think. Whereas the Protocol Phantom, it is a nice skin, right? After a while, it might get boring. The main reason for me, though, again, is the sound effect. That's the most important thing for me, and that is definitely better on the Protocol. If you don't mind the sound effect, or even like RGX better than the Protocol, I'd say definitely go with the Protocol in this battle. I think it's overall, if you take everything into account, I just think it's a bit better than the Protocol, in my opinion. But, you know, the sound effect has to be the most important thing here for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What would you choose? Which one do you have already? Or maybe, you know, which one I should put put up against another RGX skin or whatever skin versus skin you want to see. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, make sure to subscribe down below, and I'll catch you on the next one.